how's it going?
Hey, what's
What's
going
up,
on,
man?
man? How you doing?
Pretty good overall. Sorry about that. The link was in spam for some reason.
Oh,
I
really?
kept
Yeah, it's
refreshing. I was like, why isn't it showing up?
that's
And I
been
knew my
happening a
spam
lot
folder
to
was
us.
there.
Yeah, that's been happening. Like every person that we try to send to, they're like, "Oh, where's the link?" I'm like, "I was just about to send you a text saying, oh, probably check your spam."
Yeah.
Yeah. Anywho, man, I know you recently graduated, right?
Yeah, I just did.
Yeah, congratulations, man. Yeah,
Thanks, man.
what'd you graduate from, or like, what was your
Uh,
major?
Electrical engineering,
Oh,
UCF.
sweet, man, sweet, nice, nice. So yeah, me and my this is my cousin Nick.
What's up?
Yeah,
Hey, nice to meet you, Nick.
Nice
yeah.
to meet you.
We just started this podcast maybe like a month ago, and we're just trying to like
hmm
bring like this sport like of ultra running and kind of like different endurance challenges to like I don't know kids our age and stuff like that, and get tips
Oh
from
yeah.
other ultra marathon runners, you know. But yeah, we'll
The
go.
the the
What's that?
sport's so old. Like the average age is mid 40s.
I know, right? And I mean,
Yeah.
it's fun and all, like to like, and even those people are really cool, like from the people that we've met. But I mean,
Yeah,
like,
man.
yeah, it's. I want to get more kids our age into it, or like at least like show people that it's a fun sport.
It is. I feel like a lot of people our age just they're like, nope, not even running at all.
But they I don't know, you hear like 30 miles and you're like some people's brains just shut off, man. They're like,
Oh,
nope.
exactly. For me, that's fun.
Yeah, but I mean, like when we first started, so we'll go ahead and get into it, but we'll introduce you. Your last name, the pronunciation is Nolan?
Yeah,
Oh, sweet. All
Ryan
right.
Nolan.
All right, sweet. So this is our guest, Ryan Nolan. And we want to kind of get into like a little bit about your introduction into the sport and if running's like been a part of your life always.
Yeah, so I actually didn't start running till fall 2018.
Jeez.
I tried running in 2017. I was still really overweight,
Mhm.
and like within the first month of running, I injured myself. I fractured some leg in my bone. I don't remember exactly, and I was in a walking boot for a few months. So I kind of gave up on running again, and then fall 2018, I wanted to get back into running. So I actually bought running shoes this time
Mhm.
and got dedicated into it. And I ran my first half marathon after a few months. I did the
Whoa.
OUC half marathon.
How much time was that to like how much training time did you put into that run?
I think I started running in August or September, and then that race was in December.
Oh, okay, that's
So a
decent.
few
What is that?
months.
6 months? 5 months? Something like that?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, wow.
So
Oh my
I
gosh.
got into that, and that's how the running addiction started. After that,
Everybody
I
says
just
it.
it was after that first half, I just got addicted. I was like, I got to keep going, and that's what I kept doing. So,
Wow, man. That's crazy. And how much were you weighing at the time?
I don't really know for sure. I probably way over 200.
And how tall?
Back when I graduated high school, I was around like 250 or so. And then
Whoa.
my first year or two of college, I started working out a bit, but I was still overweight. And then I just started getting in a lot better shape the last pretty much 2 years
What do you
since I
what are you
started
weighing
running.
at around now?
About 175.
Oh, that's really good. Wow, man. That's a
Yeah.
big
So
difference.
big change. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I'm really happy with it.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank
Jeez.
you.
Yeah, that's a big accomplishment. But is there any like difference in how like you train for that half marathon? Like obviously like distance wise, but like would you mix in like sprints? Would you kind of do like a hard day, easy day type thing? What were you doing for that half marathon?
Honestly, for the half, I was just running on my own, just doing like 5, 6 mile runs,
Yeah.
just running outside my pretty much apartment, and then a few long runs here or there. But I didn't really have any structured training. I
Wow.
didn't even start doing speed work until this past summer.
And then
Didn't know about it.
how do you go about your speed work? Because we were doing like maybe on the training plan that we had, and we did a 50 miler like our first 50 January, and that like we were probably practicing for the Everglades, or you did the Everglades 50 miler,
Yeah, I
right?
did Everglades.
So
Which one did you guys do?
we did the actually highly recommend if you are you have you ever skydived before?
No, I'm not a fan.
Not a fan. Well, you don't have to, but it's just cool. Like they do, it's called the Skydive Ultra, where you
Mhm.
like a lot of these ultra marathon runners would skydive into their race, or you do it before.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you have the option of doing it or not doing it. It's obviously more expensive if you do it because skydiving in general is just expensive sport,
Yeah.
and you have like a tandem and a guy like attached to you unless you have the license for it, and then you could just skydive and then you do your 50-mile race, and hell of a
Oh,
day,
that's
man.
crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've heard of that race.
yeah.
So you just skydive down and then just right in the beginning they take off everything and they're like, go.
Oh,
Yeah.
Or
I mean, it's not like that abrupt, but like you're kind of just like, oh yeah, that was fun, okay, and then you kind of just gradually get ready. If you want to just go, you can go, but like everybody
oh,
kind
it's
of just
still
takes a
sick.
break. Yeah, it's fun, man. It's a good time. Even if you don't skydive, it's just fun. Like you're running through these sugarcane fields in Clewiston, and
Oh, sweet.
you can
Yeah.
see all these people skydiving while you're running. It's cool, and
Is it just like one giant loop or is it multiple loops or
it's a 7 mile loop. It's like
Yeah.
it goes
7 mile
around
loop?
this whole.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, it's not terrible. The aid station is the start to finish, and then there's like one halfway. But
That makes sense.
how was the Everglades?
Dude, I loved it. It was
Yeah,
so much fun.
yeah. Well,
Just just
can
getting there super early in the morning, all dark, and then you wake up and there's so many different environments that you run through.
oh
Um,
wow.
it,
Can you give me some
it
of like the
literally
logistics?
what?
Can you give us some of the logistics of like what like the details of like what was going on in that specific
Yeah,
race?
so the Everglades originally the race was canceled the night before, and they got a special permit because of Corona and everything. The state started shutting down all events at the state parks,
Well,
and they already had all their supplies set up and everything, so they were able to get an exemption for it. I didn't show up for the briefing the night before, but one of my friends did that was also running the race
yeah.
and texted me as I came in. The race just got canceled. This was
Jeez.
like 12 or 13 hours before. My family drove down from the Dunedin area down to Naples, I think it was.
Hmm.
Yeah, Naples. And we were out there for the night beforehand. I got the text message, it got canceled. I was like, shoot, I did all this training, everything for this 50 miler, it got canceled. And luckily they pulled a permit or something, and the race got uh, put on. So
Did it just get put on
got
the
there
next day?
really early in the morning. I think the race started here like, yeah, it was originally supposed to start on, I think it was March 14th. Yeah. So they got some type of permit. The state said, yeah, you can continue since everything was already set up at that point. And race was still good. It was like the last event for the Florida State Parks before Corona.
Wow, man, that's got to be lucky, man. Were they just thinking about like the fact that they were just going to cancel it altogether and just have it next year?
I think so, or maybe they weren't going to get any help from the park itself.
Yeah.
Don't remember the exact details. I wasn't at that first session, but yeah, it was supposed to be canceled. I think there was a running YouTuber that was there also that kind of went over more of the details. Matt Bertrand.
Matt Burtman. Yeah. Do you know how to
Yeah,
spell
yeah.
that?
Let me look it up real quick. Hold on.
So is this race like a loop or like a point to point?
It's a 50-mile loop.
Okay.
Oh, whoa. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's
So
crazy, man.
it's Matt and then Bert Rand Rand.
Cool, man. Oh my, yeah. We'll definitely have to hit him up. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and he actually recorded the whole race too.
Whoa, man. That's wild.
Wait, a
He
50
made a
mile
video on
loop?
it.
That's so you're doing 50 miles no matter what. Were there other races larger than that, like the 100-mile loop, or where you would do the whole
No,
thing
the
twice?
50 mile was the largest one. So
Oh
they had three
wow.
different races. They had a 25K, a 50K, and a 50 mile.
Whoa, man. Yeah. How was the terrain on that? A lot of like bumps and like stuff that you could
Um,
trip over and stuff like that.
some parts are really nice and flat, and then some parts were pretty muddy, and you just had to watch where you're stepping at. But a lot of it was pretty easy to run.
Wow, man, that's crazy. Oh my gosh. Was there any
It
like
was so much
specific way
fun.
you trained for that? Like knowing like kind of like it was going to be not just a road anymore?
Not really. For that, I did a lot of hill training in Claremont where they
Uh-huh.
have the clay loop,
Oh
but that's
yeah.
about it to that extent.
Oh cool, man. Wow.
So wait, did you do any like sports in high school, or you just like went right into running? Did you like what made you choose running out of everything else as like something to do?
So in high school, I did play baseball. I was a pitcher, but by no means I was an athlete.
In
I actually hated running. Just was never really into it.
general,
Only
yeah.
reason why I got into running, I mean, there's a few different reasons. Obviously, I was way overweight, and I needed a way to lose that weight. I was watching a lot of YouTube at that time. I saw some Yes Theory videos and Casey Neistat, how they talked about running. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna give it a shot. I was hitting up the gym a little bit, and I didn't really see results. And at the same time, I mean, I didn't put as much effort in as I should have at the gym.
Yeah.
Never really corrected that diet, but I was like, all right, I need to try running. And I stuck with it and I really enjoyed it. So just continued with that. And I
Yeah,
still do a lot of like weightlifting now. I just do more calisthenics rather than just going to the gym. And I
Yeah.
find that a lot more fun.
it's got to be hard to start running like pretty heavy too. Did you just start off like 1-2 miles a day until like you were able to get that like initial like weight off?
Pretty much just getting out there and running. And then after a while, okay, keep going. I think it took me like a month or month and a half before I decided I was going to sign up for the half. But I knew like if I set up some type of goal, I'd try to achieve it the best I could.
Whoa, man.
So you do the half marathon, you finish the half marathon, and then what's going through your mind after you finish that half marathon? Are you already thinking about your next race, or like what's going on?
Not at that moment. I was just so happy I finished it. I was like, it's so weird. Like I felt so much like accomplishment after finishing that race. And now like even after finishing larger races, I just haven't felt that as much. I was like, oh my God, I did it.
So what did you do? What was your next race right at or after that half marathon?
Yeah, so the next race, I was lucky there was races on my 21st birthday. So I signed up for the Daytona half marathon and
Jeez,
I
man.
ran that for my 21st.
Oh, that's
I was like,
awesome.
I gotta keep the healthy lifestyle. I wasn't ready for marathon at that point, and I saw that and I was like, all right, perfect. So I ran that in the morning and then
Wow.
yeah, it's fun.
So you're doing these like half marathons or marathons, and then what made you want to push the average, running style to ultra marathons?
What was that leap? What was that leap
Yeah,
like?
so there's a few steps first after that. So did my second half and that was the 21st. And then April that year, I ended up doing a coast to coast relay marathon. And I did that with a few UCF students and a
Whoa.
few other like UCF employees and engineers in the area. And it was like 200 miles across the state of Florida. That was the first time I found out about ultra running. One or two people in the group did 50 Ks before, and we're talking about that.
Jeez.
How there's more than a marathon, which I had no idea. But it was a lot of fun with that, and I just planted the seed. And then that summer, I watched a Joe Rogan episode with David Goggins.
Dude.
And I was like, oh, this is awesome. This guy literally ran 135 miles in the desert for Badwater.
Didn't you meet
Look up the
him?
video. What?
Didn't you meet David Goggins?
Yeah.
Oh
This will come. This is during my first marathon. I'll talk about it in a bit.
Yeah.
But so I saw that. I was like, oh, this is really cool. And then I eventually watched a video with Courtney Dolewater also on that. I was like, oh man, I really got to get into this sport. I just knew in the back of my mind, like I want to run an ultra one day.
Yeah.
But I wasn't there yet, just still getting into running. That summer, I finally started doing speed work and everything. And then in the fall, I signed up for 2 marathons on accident. And they're back-to-back weeks too. So I was like, oh, great.
That's funny. Oh my God.
Into it. And I didn't end up doing both because I got injured or like I was really, really tired at the sense, but
Damn,
I
man.
gotta explain what happened with that.
Yeah.
But so I ended up doing the first marathon. It was in Las Vegas and I think it was in November. Yeah. So in November, I'm doing this marathon and I go out way too fast out of the gate. And for the first half, I'm like at 130.
That's not bad.
And
That's a decent.
no, not at all. But that's not where I was at the point. I needed to get like a 320 time. And
Oh,
I'm out,
shoot.
like 130. I'm like, shoot.
You had
I
a goal in
shot-
your mind, or was there like a
Yeah,
cutoff?
I wanted to get like a 320 for the first one. I'm like,
Wow,
shoot, this
that's-
isn't good.
But still,
And,
that's a good time.
I ended up getting really, really bad cramps out there.
Oh.
I learned on like mile 14 or so. So I'm hobbling along like a zombie with this for a few miles and just continuing. And around like mile 20 or 21,
Uh-huh.
I see this guy run past me and I thought it was Goggins. I'm like, there's no way Goggins is doing this marathon. Because this was 2 or 3 weeks after Moab. We didn't finish that race. So
Oh
I'm like,
yeah.
probably recovering from Moab.
Yeah.
Because I can't remember exactly what it was.
It was a high altitude pulmonary edema. Edema.
And he came
excuse me.
back and still finished the course after, which is like, holy crap,
Yeah.
man, this guy's insane.
He ran the
But I was like-
marathon like 3 weeks
he ran-
after that.
Yeah, he didn't tell anyone at all he was running this race, but he was pacing his wife or fiance at the time. I can't remember, but he ran by me, And I was like, "That's not David Goggins, is it?" And someone, there, the course did a wrap around the area, and someone points to him. It's like, "Who's gonna carry the boats?" And someone just points at this
Jeez.
guy. I was like, "Are you kidding me?" Goggins just ran right past me. So
Oh
I run up
my.
to Goggins and I was talking to him for a bit. God, I wish I remember exactly what the conversation was.
Dude, that
But I
guy.
talked to him a bit, paced with him for a few miles, and he pulls off like maybe, I don't know, half mile or so before the finish line. And I'm like, my friends are never gonna believe me that I
Wait,
met
why did he
David.
pull off? Just to grab some stuff, or?
Well, he wasn't officially in the
He
race.
was
He was just
pacing.
pacing.
Oh, okay, all
Yeah.
right, okay.
So
Still,
he didn't want
he's
to get the finish medal or anything.
wow.
So I'm like, my friends are never gonna believe I met Goggins, right?
Is he like
And
exactly how he seems? Like,
yeah. This is the best part about Goggins. So I'm like, oh, dang, I'm never gonna get a picture or anything.
Yeah.
And at the end of this race, it was a Rock and Roll Marathon, Las Vegas. There's like a mile walkway to exit out of there. Towards the end of the walkway, someone's shouting at me like, "Hey, I paced you," and it was Goggins. He was waiting for me.
No.
And it was like, "Hey man, good job on finishing and everything. I saw you're struggling, and
That's
you
dope.
finished up the race and everything." And he talked to me for like another 10 or 15 minutes before he had to go. Took a picture and everything. I'm like, he's the real deal. Like
oh my
some of these celebrities or influencers online
Kind of BS
act
in
like
you.
they're really
Yeah.
nice and everything, and then, oh, I hate people, don't want to save them. He literally waited at the end of the finish line
To
just to
meet you.
talk, and
Whoa.
I was like, he's such a real person, man. I
That's
love it.
awesome. That's such a cool story,
Dude,
man.
yeah, that's sick.
That's a dream to be running with Goggins, man.
It is. So after that race, I fly back home, and I just not fully recovered yet. So I ended up having to cancel that next marathon,
Yeah.
which was the next weekend.
I think.
But yeah,
Oh.
it was like, I'm definitely signing up for ultras. I can't remember if I signed up for Everglades then, before the marathon or after,
Uh-huh.
but around that time I did sign up for Everglades. So going into the next year, which is this year,
Uh-huh.
I had my first marathon in February, again close to my birthday, one day before. Ran that in Miami. I still had issues with cramping in that one. I ran like a 126. Let me see. I have it on my board. So I ran 126 for the halfway point, and for that race I wanted to go for a Boston time. Didn't happen.
Ah.
Finished at a
What's
317.
what's Boston time?
Sub 3.
Whoa, but still, you can break
Yeah.
17 minutes off. Yeah, that's not too
I think
bad.
so, yeah.
Yeah, I mean it'll be tough, but yeah, you can get it, man. Damn.
Big issue for me for some reason on when marathons I go a lot faster pace. I get a lot of cramping issues in my calves.
Yeah,
So I
that's
need to figure that out. But
so. Is
I don't know why.
essentially is ultras a little bit better for you because you're not going at a
Yeah,
faster
'cause
pace.
it's a slower pace. It's more like just enduring the pain longer
Yeah.
term rather than just that short term pain. I don't know why. My body's weird. Like, I'd rather run a 50-mile race than a marathon.
I hear you. Well, depending on how fast you want to do it. Yeah, I think. Yeah, because that's
for
you.
sure.
You can run a marathon at like you can run it at like an 8-minute pace and still like get it in under like 5 hours. I think, right?
Oh yeah, easily.
Yeah, but still, if you want to go for time, yeah, those marathon runners are no
Exactly.
joke. Oh my god, it's a
No.
different game, man.
So 2 weeks after that marathon, I ended up doing a 50K. One of my friends invited me out to. He's like, "Oh, yo, I found this 50K down in Sarasota. It was only like $45 to sign up."
Oh, that's not bad.
Bet
Yeah.
for that, and it was a 4 loops, like 7.75 miles,
Uh-huh.
and I ended up doing that. And the time for that was 4 hours 49. So first 50K, ended up getting fourth in that race, which was really cool.
Well, that's
And
really
also,
good.
met Matt, the YouTuber I was talking about,
Oh, okay.
at that race as well. And I found out he was doing Everglades too. So I was like, perfect.
Oh.
Find out info about that race and just talk to him like, cool, I know someone now running that.
Does he live in
And then-
Florida?
I believe he lives in South Florida.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, that's cool.
So different area, but yeah, down there training.
Where are you out
And
of
then-
in Florida?
I'm in Orlando. I'm actually right next
Oh,
to UCF.
wow. Okay. Oh, that's cool, man. Yeah, we're down in West Palm Beach.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's probably like 3 hours from here.
Yeah, just around. Yeah. How is everything up there, like COVID wise?
They're shutting everything down again.
Wow.
So
You guys are
we
getting
had some
shut down.
outbreaks.
Damn.
I think I had COVID the last 2 weeks.
My
Sick,
I
but
found out my roommate had it, or like at the house that I'm
oh
living
man.
in. I'm off of what the heck is it? Lockwood,
Okay.
of McCulloch and Lockwood, and my roommate over there got it, and we live with like 3 other guys, and then
Really? Oh,
they all
shit.
got it. Yeah.
So you went back home now for this?
Oh, I've been home. Yeah, I've been home
Oh,
since
you've been
like
gotcha.
since March. Yeah, I just been doing online classes and stuff. The whole
That's
the
not
whole
bad
deal.
at all.
Yeah, it's not bad, but I don't know. I'd
You
rather
miss it in
be.
person?
Yeah, you learn so much. I do at least. I learn so much better. But anyway,
I
yeah.
agree that to an extent. But yeah, so went out and one of the friends in the friend group got tested positive, and then we're still waiting for a few other results. But I was sick pretty much for 2 weeks and had a lot of the symptoms the same as positive. So
Damn.
I just assume I have it.
Hey, you got antibodies now, so you're all right.
Yeah,
You're
there we
straight.
go. I started feeling better later than this week, so I was happy about that. But
Wow,
man,
man.
there's another 2 weeks out.
Man. Oh, so if you want to go into, I know you did you attempted a 100-mile around Gemini.
Yeah.
Yeah?
So I'll go into that. I'm almost done with the progression, by the way.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
So yeah, my next race was the 50 mile at the Everglades after the 50K, and that was a lot of fun. Got that at 9:19.
Damn. Wow.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. That race was awesome, man.
What
Like,
place did you get?
I think it was 7th.
Oh, that's pretty good too,
Yeah.
man. Wow.
I enjoyed it.
What was? Do you know what the first
Unfortunate
place
thing-
was?
What?
Do you
For
know what the?
time-wise?
Yeah, for time.
I think it was. Let me see. Hold on.
That guy must have been like just sprinting the whole way. Oh my gosh.
This year, no, not really, because it got really warm.
Oh wow.
It was 97 at the warmest.
Jeez, yeah, it's a hot day.
So the winning time this year was 8 hours and 31 minutes.
That's not bad.
Jeez.
That's
And then second place also 8 hours 31.
oh wow.
So the unfortunate part is I had 2 people pass me like the last mile or so, or the last few miles. 5th place got 9:15, and then 6th place got 9:16.
Wow, man. That's pretty.
It was a
That's
lot of fun.
Those are a lot of close numbers next. Yeah.
They
Wow,
are.
man.
And then the guy finished behind me at 9:20 as well. So there's like a pack of us at the last few miles, man.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Well, the thing with our race was that like we eventually when we did the skydive later in the day, so we didn't start when most of the 50 milers started because apparently there was like bad weather and you can't skydive in like clouds and stuff like that, or thunderclouds. And
What time were we supposed to start at? Like 7 or 8?
we were supposed to be skydiving by like 7:30, and we didn't get to do our skydive until 11 in the morning. So we're like,
so you're starting late.
yeah, we
Yeah.
started at we got finished at 11. And I think we started at like 11:30. So I was like, oh, I know this takes us at least 12 hours, which ended up taking us like 11:55. That like it's gonna take us like we're gonna be deep into the night. So we were running at night.
Night's the hardest part, man.
Yeah, man, that was.
I got stories for the 100K or slash 100 mile I tried doing.
Oh really? Wait, did you just do it? Oh yeah, so you just did it on the road, right?
Yeah, all around UCF over and over
Man,
again.
That's got to be crazy.
It was. So what happened anyways, finished the 50 mile there. I'm like, great. I'm going to do the 100 mile at the Keys. Because that's like the partner race. If you do the 50 mile, there's like, yeah, you should be able to do the 100. Just continue training everything. And I was going to do that. But he said, just wait another week or 2 before you sign up because of the whole Corona thing. I don't want you to buy the race. Or I was talking to one of the race directors, and he's like, don't buy into the race yet. Just wait because of the whole Corona situation.
Wow.
Luckily, they canceled the race in a week. So he was honest with me. Just don't sign up yet. I don't know if it's going to be on or not. So really grateful for that. And I do want to do the Keys again, maybe next year if all this whole situation.
That's what
goes
we're
over that.
thinking, yeah.
We're thinking
Yeah.
about doing the Keys. We might be seeing you there,
Oh,
man.
that'd be awesome. Man. It's a fun. It looks so much fun.
It really
And I have
does.
one of my friends that lives down there. So
Oh,
he's
well,
like,
so you could just stay at his place when you finish. You just
probably, yeah. He biked the entire thing. It was
no
awesome.
way. Oh my god. How long did that take him?
I think it took him like 14, 15 hours, maybe.
Wow, really on bike still? Wow,
Yeah.
wow, that's crazy.
He biked it with like 3 or 4 of his closest friends.
That's fun, man. Yeah.
So Yeah, it looked awesome on the bike videos they showed me. So like, I got to do this race.
We
And
we
I saw the
did
YouTube videos.
we did a podcast with this guy Phil Patterson Jr. who ended up doing that, and he didn't have a crew. He did 100 miles without a crew. I was
Running?
like, yeah, he.
Jeez.
Yeah,
man.
and he would stop at like the gas stations on the way to get food.
Yeah, he didn't have anybody helping him. Like
That's
usually,
pretty
cool.
but don't they
Crazy, man.
usually they make it mandatory to have at like 100 miles to have a crew in some races?
Some like
Yeah.
extremely difficult races.
Yeah, so Moab you probably would have to have like
Yeah, these
mandatory.
bad water and stuff like that. Yeah, I can understand that. Yeah, that makes sense.
Also, some of the races now have such good race station or aid stations that you don't need it as much. But it helps so much if you have a crew.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's a big
Motivation
advantage.
wise, if you need anything at all, if the aid station doesn't have it.
You have someone to
It's
talk
like-
to for a little bit.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. These races are so far apart, so you can't guarantee you're running with someone the entire time.
That's true, man. That's true.
It happens, man. You have these stretches where you're like 5-10 miles and you're not talking to anyone at all, and it's late in the afternoon, and just like, oh, this
I don't mind 5-10 miles. I don't, because like whenever we're running, like we'll have like spurts of like time where we'll talk, and then other times where it's just like silent. It's like,
Yeah, I
but
get
we're just in the zone. Like we're not, there's no need to talk right now. But other times we're just chatting away. Yeah.
No doubt with that. So yeah, after Everglades, I wanted to run the 100 in Keys. So that was the goal until that got canceled. And then when that got canceled, it's like I need to do something else. So originally I was gonna go run the Keys 100 miles and still have friends there. Like, okay, whatever. Like I'll run it without that.
Yeah.
And then they closed down the Keys.
Oh yeah, they did. I forgot about that. Oh my
So
gosh.
I was like, all right, I have to figure out something else. And then I was like, all right, either two things. I could do some type of run around Orlando area, plot out all that, or I could just run 100 miles around UCF. So that was the goal, just to run 100 miles around UCF, have some of my friends, and have other runners from night runners that I've run with all semester help out with that. So
Are these
planned
people
all
from
that
the running
behind
club?
scenes, trying to figure out, okay, who's going to pace me. Yeah, from night runners.
Oh wow.
So-
Okay. Cool, man.
And
Yeah.
then some of my other friends that did like the other races and stuff just got everyone together and we're like, okay, cool. I'll have some people out at certain times, people helping out with the aid station and just running and pacing around. If you want to get your runs in, get that going.
Wow.
And I was really excited for that. Unfortunately, like before the race, a month before or so, I got injured. I got lazy with stretching once Corona happened. They closed down my pool deck, and I used to stretch there every day. I didn't do that anymore. So past the 50 miler going into the 100 miler, I think it was, April and May before that, I only did 1 9-mile run, and that was it.
Oh
No
my
long runs or
goodness.
anything going into it.
Dude.
So I'm like,
That must have been a
I-
painful day.
yeah, I was not prepared for it.
No. I mean, you can do it, but yeah.
I didn't want to cancel it though, because it was right after graduation. I was
Yeah.
like, all right, everyone's still going to be in the area.
This is the good way to end the end.
This is a good way to end it. I might not get a great time, but I'm just going to keep pushing forward.
Yeah.
And past the 50-mile mark, I knew I was toast, but I just wanted to see how far I got.
Yeah.
And then around like the 100K mark, man, my whole right leg was numb. I couldn't run anymore. I didn't wear a body glide, and my armpits were bleeding.
chafing?
Really,
Yeah.
really bad chafing. And I just like, I couldn't do it anymore. I could barely walk.
Yeah.
I don't have 38 more miles into it.
Was it mentally more exhausting too, just running around the same loop like a bunch of times?
It really was. I think if it was like a point to point or just a large loop, it'd been much easier.
Yeah.
But it would just, you got to keep going.
Yeah.
It's
It
a
was to that
push.
point with that.
Yeah.
Plus, it's on concrete rather than a nice trail that's soft too. So that was a big difference with that.
Yeah, that's true too.
Like their concrete's definitely better if you want to get a faster time, but when you're on it for hours and hours, it definitely takes a toll on the body.
Yeah, your
That's why
joints.
it makes races like Badwater so difficult. I mean, you're on 135 miles on top of the sun all day and
Yeah.
everything.
Jeez, that's a dream race. I think Badwater one
It
year,
is.
yeah, would be fun, and then the Moab. Like I don't know if I would ever try to do the 240, but it's definitely in the back of my mind.
try
right
it,
now.
yeah.
Yeah.
Badwater is my dream race. I
Yeah.
want to run that one day so much.
Yeah.
Just get to there.
Hopefully, we'll
But-
see each other there.
That'd be awesome, man. We both run it. So with this 100K or 100 mile, whatever it is,
Mhm.
anyways, at this point, just running at night for the first time after being tired, that was an interesting experience. I started getting delusional. I started laughing at everything, started clapping and
Oh
everything. I was
my
like, ha
god.
ha ha, and started like clapping like the Joker. And I couldn't control it at all. It was so weird. I'd be running around the loop just laughing and everything, clapping. And it took like a few hours to get rid of that, but
Did you
eventually
take any
did.
like Advil for pain or anything like that, or Motrin?
No, I
Screw it.
mean, pretty much, right? I mean, I made sure there's a lot of food at the aid station,
Yeah.
made sure there's people there, and just keep going.
Would you prepare for like food, or would you have there for food? Just like whatever you can grab, like snacks and stuff like
I had a
that.
lot of candy. I had pizza at one point. I mean, I had literally like it was a full on stocked aid station.
Nice.
Sodas, chips, snacks, everything was there. Because I got everything for everyone who wanted to volunteer, and then plus for running. So I was like, all right, cool.
So did you so do you have like a lot of like specific items like for ultras that you'll grab? Like, do you ever try any of those goos?
Yeah, I do like the gels.
Yeah,
They help out quite
some
a bit.
people say they don't like them. I mean, like, everybody to each their own, but I think
Yeah.
that's like one of the most amazing things to have while you're running, man.
Oh, I agree.
It's easy.
When I do
Just,
the marathons, I do those every 5 miles. With ultras, I do like every 10 or so.
oh, true. Okay.
But it's an easy way to get some energy in. The ones I have caffeine built into it.
Yeah.
And I don't really have caffeine with my diet, so
That
I'm
speeds
not
you
really
up.
tolerant to it. So it's just like my eyes just like grow and everything. Just so much energy with that.
That's crazy, man. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, I'm a fan of the goos for sure. Anti-chafing. I don't really get chafed up ever since we did the first 50K. We kind of did like an unofficial one, and we just kind of like gathered up some stuff and ever since the first 50K, I don't think I've ever been chafed that bad. But even like another 50K that we did to like train for the 50 miler, and then the 50 miler, I never got like too bad of chafing. But I think Nick's had
I think it's when I sweat a lot is when I get it the most.
Yeah.
Because I didn't sweat that much in the skydive one.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're
I was gonna say
outside.
the weird thing too is like I didn't have it at all in the 50K or the 50 miler beforehand, and then for this one for some reason I shaved really bad.
Oh wow.
It's weird. Just
Yeah.
like comes out of nowhere.
That is strange. Yeah.
Yeah.
So are you attempting to do 100 like within the next year or so? Or you talked about the keys, right? That might be your.
Yeah, so I'm gonna end up doing the keys, but for this year, once I fully heal back up, I'm gonna start training for the Daytona 100.
Whoa, man, that should be fun. What is that like? What's that one like? The details.
So you start from Jacksonville, and then you run from Jacksonville to Daytona.
Whoa.
Oh, so it's like another
No.
point-to-point one.
Yeah, that's
It's a
cool.
point to point this time, so I'll get some of my friends to help out with that. And then, sorry, I didn't
No, you're
realize.
good.
Let me turn this off real quick.
That's cool,
I didn't
man.
realize I had the phone stuff on.
I've ran around Gemini training for, and we were probably training for the 50 miler around the same time. But I would run from what's the big I forget the name. Waterford.
Waterford.
Yeah, I would do because I live over by Lockwood. Like my 10-mile runs would be like from my house to Waterford, like at the pole, like right at where the
Oh, that's
Starbucks
sick.
is. So I would like tap the pole, and that would be 5 miles there, 5 miles
And then
back.
back.
Yeah,
Oh, that's perfect.
yeah, that's a good like pretty decent sized run to like get yourself prepped. But
Are you still gonna be at UCF next year?
I'm doing I got to do one more year. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, you should definitely check out Night Runners and run with them.
I thought they were only like, I thought that was the track team at first. And then like I would
Oh.
be, yeah.
Yeah.
I see all these kids
So-
running at night and I'm like, oh, okay. And then I'd be like just training for my thing. But yeah.
So it is shorter distance. They only run like 5-6 miles at a time.
Still.
They do long runs on the weekend, but you can either do double run days or just run to the practice itself and then run after.
Oh, that's
what I
dope.
started doing when I ran with them this year. I'd run to practice beforehand and then do a few miles before the practice itself. And then run back after.
Just get a
I'd
extra.
Get the runs like 10, 11 miles.
That's
out of the
sick.
miles and
Savage.
such.
Oh my God. Yeah, no, I'll have to hit them up. I'll have to see. Is it just easy to just join the Facebook group or something like that?
Yeah, so they have a Facebook group. They have it Instagram, everything with that too.
I'll check that out. Yeah, yeah. No, one of the worst things was like because I had most of my classes during like midday, and then I would do my
Yeah.
I would do my homework at night. So like when we were training, I would like, if I had like a lot more homework or studying to do, I would run over to the track at like 9 o'clock at night, and I would have to bust out like 10, 15 miles, and that's going to take me 2 or 3 hours. So I'm like, you know what?
Ouch.
Yeah. So and
They,
like
they didn't come. You didn't have the security guy complain.
nobody
I
ever.
hated
I
that,
jumped
man.
the gate, and
Really,
like
man.
nobody ever complained. Yeah.
Dude, there had this guy on a golf cart complain. He's like, if you don't leave this track, I'm gonna call the cops and get you trespassed from here.
For
It was, like,
running?
the first time talking to me. Yeah.
Oh,
He's
that's
just running on the track. He's like, I'm gonna get you guys trespassed from here. You guys should not be on the track at this time. They have designated hours.
That's messed
Which, by
up,
the way,
man.
for a track to have designated hours, really,
it's kind of
Yeah.
silly.
what a joke.
It's kind of silly. What are you gonna
And then you're
do?
paying all this tuition money to the school, and then they're gonna say you have 2 hours in a specific day, and then when they have soccer games, you can't run on the track, or they have any other events, you can't run that track also, which they don't post.
So where's your
anywhere.
time? You know, it's
So where's the time? Is it really killing someone to run on the track? I'm not even using spikes.
people are just getting silly. Yeah, that's just being
Power
silly.
trips, man.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But yeah, no, that was nobody ever complained. I always thought somebody was going to, and I would see the cop on the or the security guard on the golf cart. But I would just like, if he calls me out, then I guess I'll leave. But I mean, like, if he doesn't say anything, I'm gonna stay on here. Like,
That guy was an ass, man.
Yeah, man, that's-
for no reason too.
people get
Enjoying running.
people get silly, man. When they get a little bit of power, they can't control themselves, and they don't know how to respond to people. Yeah.
No.
But it is whatever. But yeah, no, that was fun. Gemini was Gemini. I would hate running around like over and over and over again.
Well, I'm not running Gemini
Nah,
again.
it's like
Maybe
what is
one
it?
last time before I move away from UCF. But
How big's the loop? Is it like a 3 mile?
no, it's slightly less than 2.5. It's like
Okay.
2.35.
Yeah. I knew it was around like 2 to 3. Yeah.
Jeez.
But you just run
So-
around that for like, I ran around that maybe 2 or 3 times one night, and like, it is the most boring
Tiresome,
run.
man.
Yeah. But yeah.
I was supposed to run it around 42 times. I don't remember exactly how many. I think I did 24 or something like that. I don't remember.
That's crazy, man. Oh my
Or
god.
actually, no, it was more than 24 because it was 21 would be 50, and then another 12. So we're looking at about 5 more times with that. So yeah, about 26 times.
Jeez,
give or take.
man. That's fun. At least you have a new PR though. Yeah, for distance wise.
So
It was worth it, man. That's fun.
I'm still disappointed to get the 100 miles, but we'll get
Yeah.
there.
No, I get it. But I mean, you saved that for like keys, man. That would be even better.
But yeah, when I get Daytona this year, man.
Oh, Daytona. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my. When is that
And then
one
all the
again?
keys. That is December 5th, I think.
Oh, that's coming up.
Okay.
Yeah. You got a couple more
Yeah,
months to
so-
train and stuff like that. How you feeling like health wise, or like, I mean, your legs and everything?
So after the 100K, I've had issues with my IT band, so I haven't been running at all.
Okay.
And then I was pretty much sick the past 2 weeks, so I'm actually gonna give running a chance today to see how it feels.
Hey, what a perfect day, man.
How long?
Exactly, right?
How long do you usually give yourself to train for like like 100K or 100 mile? What would your training plan look like?
Honestly, I haven't even really set up the training plan yet for the 100. For the original 100, I planned on doing the 50 mile and then seeing if I was gonna go with that, and then set up the different workouts after. But I got injured right away from not stretching, so
Wow,
I
man.
didn't set up anything specific for that.
Did you?
But I know in the next 100, I'm gonna be going to Claremont doing some 30-mile runs there, like back-to-back run days, like a 20-30, and getting those miles in.
Gee,
Yeah,
man.
it seems like those because we started doing like the back-to-back Saturday Sunday long runs. It seemed like that
Helps us
really
so
helped.
much.
Yeah, just running sore, just fighting through that. Yeah.
Your body goes, oh, okay. Well, he's not going to stop. So I guess we got to fix this.
and then on top of it, it's easier to get the miles in too. So
Yeah.
I mean, if you knock out 2 20-mile days, that's already 40 for the week.
Yeah.
If you do
There's
10 every other day, right? You're up to 90 miles for the week.
Oh my. Do you have
Sure.
to? Do you use like an app for like running, like to count like your miles and stuff like that?
Yeah, I use Strava.
Sure. Okay, I was gonna say try. Yeah, if you didn't use
I
Strava.
love Strava.
Yeah,
Just
man.
go in there and you log all your workouts.
Yeah,
You just go straight from the watch there, and then you can look back at all the splits, everything. And it's like perfect.
And what kind of like a watch do you have? Do you have
I have a Phoenix 6X,
what company makes that?
a Garmin.
Garmin. Okay, yeah, Garmin has good watches. Oh my
I love
gosh.
it.
Yeah, that's a cool watch. I always want, and those are like some of them are like satellite. They're connected to satellite, right?
Yeah, I believe this is.
Oh, really? Wow, that's nice, man. Yeah, I always wanted to get one of those. Those would look like
Oh,
fun.
dude, definitely get it. Especially if you get into trail running.
Yeah.
You can load up maps and everything on here, and then you see exactly where you go,
Oh, so you
so
can
you don't
never
get
you,
lost.
you can't get lost.
You want to
Oh,
get me that
Exactly.
for my birthday?
yeah, I got you, man.
The best thing about this too, it has a 60-hour, I think, satellite battery life. So,
What the
or
hell?
60-hour GPS, yeah. So,
Wait, the
you
battery
can
can
have it
last
on
for 60 hours?
with that. And then if you're not using GPS, if you're just using it basic, it's 30 or 31 days.
Wow. You can't. Yeah.
That's good for ultras, man, because you
Yeah.
can't just like charge it and then put it back on your wrist.
No,
Yeah.
Wow.
except when you do like Moab and stuff, then you
need
the
it.
other 200 miles, then you use
You need
this.
you
and
need
then
two
you have
watches.
yeah, or you just charge this when you're dying at one of the aid stations.
That's true.
Jeez.
That's true.
You know what he got? It's not like a. Well, it does count your miles, but it's pretty cool. It's the Whoop.
Whoop.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, one of those type watches.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It like counts it, and we just did So we just did a new we kind of like switched it up from like running for a little bit, and we try to do burpees for 12 hours.
12 hours of burpees. That sounds like hell.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm still sore. We did it Tuesday, and we put it up on our Instagram page. We're going to do a podcast about how we trained about it, like went about it, and all that
Jeez.
stuff. But
I'll
dude,
have to see that.
we did it
Yeah.
in his living room, and it was just like we just watched like podcasts and movies the whole day because we had nothing else to do.
Yeah.
So, but we're doing burpees, and we have to do one we try to keep up an 8 per minute pace like every hour, and then we at 8.5 hours we started falling apart. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Oh, dude.
Never doing that again.
Yeah, we did the 12 hours, but we could not keep the 8 per minute pace. Yeah, that was nuts. But no,
Those endurance challenges, man. It's like Goggins with his pull-up challenge.
that's what we were trying to like mix it up a little bit because we see that like he does like stuff like that. So we're like, all right, let me try and see what this will do for my like strength and everything, or my resilience.
Goes for the burpees world record for one day.
Well, that's what we were trying to meet. We were trying to meet the 12-hour burpee record just to see if we can get it. But
What was it?
It was 5,284.
234.
34.
You
And-
came within
Holy
like
shit.
1,000.
I came within 1,000 of it, and we only trained for a month and a half.
Dude, you should continue then.
I hate
Dude,
burpees.
I do not
hate
want to do
burpees.
any more
Oh my
burpees, man.
It
You
sucks.
get that
man.
you get that world record plaque now.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's
that's
true.
true.
That's the selling point too.
That is a big
Right?
selling point.
Yeah.
I think they have to like you have to make. He was telling me like the process, and they have to like you have to call out like Guinness, and like they have to come out to you and like make sure you're doing it right, and like you're not like trying to like cheat the system or anything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to have the rep there and
Yeah,
everything.
it's a whole
Yeah.
thing.
I've heard.
But that would be fun. That would be a fun time.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, we were just trying to mix it up for a second. And my arm, like the past 2 days, I could not. I still can't lift my arm up higher than this.
Holy shit. Man.
But this arm's good. But this arm is like nah.
I'm almost there.
He's almost there. Yeah. But yeah, no, it was
God, I couldn't imagine.
it was a while. I was like, if you asked me if I wanted to do 50 miles or do that again, I'd be like, yeah, 50 miles every day.
50
No,
miles?
no problem, no problem. I mean, 50 miles.
But
Sucks.
then again, I feel like we were more
Oh, yeah.
trained for the 50 miles, where we weren't as trained for the burpees.
That's
you know?
true. That's true too. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Anywho, man, yeah. So you did your run around Gemini. That's got to be a good like thing under your belt now. Like you got to feel pretty
Yeah,
confident
it's
going
nice.
into like your 100.
Oh, definitely. Now they got, 100K pretty much with no training for 2 months.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, if I can do that with pretty much no training and suffer through that, then I'm good for the 100 mile.
That's it.
Plus, it'll be point to point where you don't have to deal with looking at the same thing over
Yeah.
and over again. Just
That's-
running in that loop.
That's the most daunting thing. Like when you have like and like the 50 mile like loop that you guys did for Everglades must have been pretty cool too because then
Oh, it was awesome.
it's the same
It's all
idea.
different.
Yeah.
Like the best thing about it, it looked like those African safaris. You see them in the movies or like video clips. And
Oh, yeah.
it literally looked like that.
Do you see any like cool animals or anything out there or like anything
think
stalking you?
Just some gators, but that's about it.
Oh, they were in the water?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
One splashed into the water right in front.
Oh, no. Oh my.
You just hear the splash. and
I
it's like,
I could
that's
not
awesome.
imagine running around that at night.
Oh, definitely not.
Yeah, that would be terrifying. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no.
But during the day, it was awesome.
It was cool, I bet.
You guys definitely should run that race.
Everglades.
That could be a good one. Yeah.
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 It's honestly been my favorite race that I've been in. Just because running down there, seeing everything, and just the whole crowd.
And it's the same race director, right? Bob Decker. right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he does like a package for both the 50 and the 100.
Oh, so you can just do like pay one price for both races?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's like
That's
you
pretty
save
cool.
10 or 20% or something. Yeah. He's a great race director. I love his stuff.
Wow. Oh my god. Do you use drop bags or anything like that?
Yeah, there's drop bags there.
You had
So
to,
there's
but
like,
you had to use like your own setup ones, like where you would set it up and like
yeah.
place them. How far did you space them out?
I can't remember on top of my head. I think there was one at like 30 miles or one at like 40 miles.
Oh, okay.
Um, but yeah, I set up a backup pair of shoes just in case, but I didn't need them.
No, that's true.
And
Yeah.
then what else I put? So when I eat like a certain type of potato chips,
Yeah.
like the Lay's crisps. So I added more of those there. So I run with those. So I added more of those, and then salt pills.
Oh, that's awesome, man. Yeah, salt pills that came in handy. I think when I dropped them in, I had like two little like water pouches or like 9-ounce water bottles that would go on my like fanny pack type thing, and one I had the salt tablet in, and one was just regular water. But yeah, it was cool. It was like
It's perfect. It
yeah.
helps out a lot.
Yeah, definitely. Man, that's crazy. Oh, so besides the Daytona 100, what do you got? What else do you have going on in your life right now?
Right now, I just graduated, so right now I'm working on a startup on the side. Doing that pretty much is my job for now, and just continuing with calisthenics. I do a lot of like gymnastic ring type stuff with that.
Oh, really? That's cool, man.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, those are tough. What are those called when you
They
do you straighten out your arms? Isn't that like a
Dip?
what's that?
A dip?
Yeah, it's just dips using the rings, I think.
Oh, no, about the rings that like hang from the ceiling?
Yeah,
like the
those are gym
gymnastics,
rings.
like the gymnastics rings.
Yeah, do those like what is that when you straighten out both arms? Isn't there like a name for
Oh,
that?
the iron cross.
Iron cross, yeah.
Dude, I can't do that. I haven't even
That's
attempted.
tough. No,
I'm afraid to do that right now. I mean, I saw on YouTube that there's a way to pretty much build that up over time. And
Really?
It brings there's like straps you can put on the side, so you can start off with this here, then here, and over time you can build up that strength. But
Wow.
I am nowhere near that.
Yeah, no, I don't think I am
Wish.
either. Jeez. man.
That stuff's insane.
You know,
Even like
have you ever done the Murph challenge?
the Murph challenge. What is that?
It's named after a Navy SEAL, and he does like this. This is like his was like workout routine, where he would do it's like big in like the CrossFitting community, but you do 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, 300 air squats, and then you do a mile in the beginning and a mile at the end, and you try to see how
Jeez.
fast you could do it.
No, thank you.
Oh, dude, but like it builds up your like calisthenic wise, like it builds up your strength and your endurance. Yeah,
That's insane though.
you can take as long as you want and stuff like that. But like people go out there and like
Write that
no, it's nice. It's a nice workout,
Yeah.
and you could do it practically anywhere.
That is true.
Yeah.
Like I just hang the rings in my apartment complex.
Are they like easy
I
setup
have a-
ones?
Yeah, I have a tree nearby that's like perfect height, so I just throw the rings up there and work out.
Oh wow, that's nice, man. That's a cool setup. And you're out in like
Everyone probably laughs. They're like, "Who's this guy? Who literally just hangs in the tree all day, just doing the gym rings and everything."
that's funny, man. That's funny. Oh my gosh. Well, anywho, I think we're all
wrap it up?
set, man. Yeah. Thank you for
Awesome.
doing this.
Hey,
Yeah, this was fun.
No problem. Thanks for inviting me out. I
No
really
problem,
appreciate
man. I hope to see you. Are you moving out of Orlando soon?
it. Oh no, I'm gonna be staying here at least for this year.
Okay, cool. Yeah, maybe
And then-
when I come back up, we'll meet up or something like that. Go for a run.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah,
Get some runs
man.
in.
If you want to shout out like your Instagram or like your any social media platforms that you have.
Yeah, so my Instagram is _R Nolan. That's pretty much all I use. I mean, I have a Facebook, but that's about it.
Yeah, I got you. Cool, man. Thank you, man. Thank you, Ryan.
Hey, no problem. Thank you guys again for inviting me out. I really
No
appreciate
problem.
it.
Have a good one, man.
You too.